2 zines went out at the post office today. It took me a while to get to it. And one package that includes a book by author Rob Hart, crime fiction writer. The book is called New York. I met him in Chicago. I found out about Naked Girls Reading and an event that they were doing in Chicago on April 15th of 2017 when I was agonizing over where I'm going to find voices for this audiobook. And yes, it is real naked girls reading, about 5 or 6 of them sitting on a couch at a selected venue or showroom or whatever. And their motto on this is, it ain't literature without T and A. And I saw that, thought, I've got to check this out. I'm looking for voices, and sounds like I'll go to a really interesting show. But I met Rob. He wrote one of the novels from which they were doing some readings. And after the show, I introduced myself and told him, hey, I heard about this from your tweet, and it sounded interesting. And I enjoyed hearing the excerpt from New York. That was great. How much is your book? I was going to buy his book. He just said, well, listen, why don't I give this to you? And he signed it, gave me a copy of the book. I was very proud to take it home with me. He said, just make sure you buy my next one. That's a great sales pitch. I'm really looking forward to his collection of short stories, though. Takeout, because I like food themes. Anyway, the third package that I was sending at the post office was a box to my friend in Buffalo, New York. She studied criminal law for a while until she decided this wasn't for her. But she does like those kinds of stories. When I first started reading New York, and it probably has a lot to do with the fact that I was raised on a lot of what they call classic literature, however you want to call that. Writers like Vonnegut, Steinbeck, Mark Twain, on and on and on. And it was only in the last maybe 13, 14 years that I started paying more attention to contemporary fiction. And very glad that I did, because you can't expect everything you already know to carry you through the times when you're still changing, you're still growing up, and you owe it to yourself to discover new forms of expression, new ways of writing, like them or not. So I was very happy to get the copy of New York from Rob. And I have to say, when I first started reading it, I was a little put off by the writing style. I didn't care for the writing style and thought, oh no. But he gave it to me, and I stuck with it. And I'm glad I did, because it turns out that his, it's a really good story. It's well written. So it's not written the way I had seen crime fiction or had read crime fiction, what I was used to. But it opened me up, and in the end, yeah, mainly it offered me something that I didn't expect on a lot of different levels, and I'm really glad I stayed with it. I'm glad I met the guy. Good job, Rob. Looking forward to reading Takeout and then The Warehouse.